In Climate Consultant, you also have option to view your data inside the psychrometric chart. Um, when you go to this page, it automatically show all of the available options in here, and you have option to show selective option that makes sense in your case. It narrows down into the suggested uh, building intervention that you can utilize based on your climate. For example, let's see. For example, this purple color says sun shading of windows. Let's try to unselect everything so nothing's confusing. So basically, this one is the comfort zone when there's no building, and the red dots are all of the measured data points that are represented as red, meaning that it is uncomfortable. And you can start to add sun shading to the window. And since this is undetermined geometry, just show possibility of hotter point can be treated. And by clicking thermal mass, it shows by storing energy at the thermal mass, there's a possibility of you to bring some green data points back into comfort zone. And if you use evaporative cooling, then you can utilize uh, lesser enthalpy area uh, into the comfort zone. And if you include fan force, natural ventilation, and fan force ventilation, you can see a lot of times are included in the comfort zone. And passive solar heat gain and the passive solar direct gains are highly depend on your building design, so it's shown as abstract lines for possibility indications. For humidification, by using the humidification, you can bring up the dry air back up to comfort zone. And for all of the data points that are left over, uh, where you think uh, you think it is impossible for to be treated as a passive or architectural design input, you can utilize the mechanical cooling and heating, which bring all of the rest of the data points to be green dots, which meaning comfort data points. By looking at the next page, you can it provides a further explanation of what the design intervention that we saw on the previous page with um, diagrammatic informations. For example, we saw the solar shading, and it shows what it means through a graphic representation. For example, let's see uh, flat roof works well in hot, dry climate. Since we are in Phoenix, it is recommending us with the flat roof. And it also is recommending a radiant barrier, um, which reflects radiant heat from the outside and also from the inside. Another very useful tool that you can use in Climate Consultant is the visualization tool for the wind data. By default, it is showing the all our annual wind data visualized in a widely known format that you see. And here it is showing data in combination of the speed, relative humidity, temperature, and hours. Since all of those information related to wind are relevant information when you determine the building orientation and window design. Uh, and uh, you can also control the selective hours that you would like to see. If you want to see only a summer month, you can select April to September, and you can see that during the summer months, the temperature is pretty hot, and those hot wind is coming dominantly from southeast and from the west. And here is in here, Climate Consultant give you an option to set up your own plot that's based on the data that you think is relevant to your own design project. When you click Setup Plot, it gives you a choice to choose make your own graph. On the upper table, it is indicating a data that will use the left axis, and the lower table indicate data they will use right axis. And by putting those two graphs on top of each other, you can bring out the valuable information that will prove your points. For example, let's visualize wind speed, and I'm going to put it as a blue color thick line. And let's try this first. Just click display plot. Here you can see the wind speed annual average data is being visualized using the left axis of the graph. Let's add combined information to this graph. With the wind speed, I wanna see how relative humidity combined with this wind speed, and I'm going to represent it with cyan, and also in this case I'm gonna represent as a point, just to not to be confused. Click display plot, and now it is showing the useful information of relative humidity utilizing the right bar to represent this percentage, and wind speed utilizing the left bar. And in here, I can understand the higher wind speed which happens during the summer months, and those winds are gonna be dry wind, and there's not much wind happen during the winter time, but those are pretty saturated wind. During the analysis process, your proactive involvement using these climate data with the various questions, making a design hypothesis, and your own effort to prove that design hypothesis is correct is very, very crucial. Based on your personalized design approach, the completely different design solution can be driven from a same climate. Here you can see two building design located in a very close location. One on the left is a Cambridge Public Library in the Cambridge, Massachusetts. The designer thought it was very important for him to provide a close visual connection between the nature and the library portion. And in order to mitigate the heat loss for the glazing large glazing. He used a double wall facade to uh, incorporate a natural ventilation and also prevent large heat loss. On the right is a Volpe Transportation Center, which I've been working on. The designer thought it was more important for this program to provide interior space with control the daylight and minimize the solar heat gain. So the designer is providing the exterior vents in order to achieve that purpose. Both of the design is based on the same climate, but it ended up being a completely different design solution. You visit this, and this takes your own analysis of the climate to form your design hypothesis, which will lead to different design solutions.